welcome to my channel. I am Andrea and this is Beyond the Pink Door. So my channel is all about what I sew basically, and this is my weekly catch up of what I've been up to this week. So if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button and maybe hit the notification bell and you will be notified of my next uploads. So this week I made this top. So this is the Maven Patterns Somerset tee, and I made it in this gorgeous art gallery jersey. Now I have admired this jersey on so many people and I adore the colours. I've loved seeing it on Shona in Sewsfaction, and then I watched Keely's video last night, Keely Voice of Creative, and she was wearing a tee in this top and I admired them on them so much, and now I have my own one. So I got this art gallery into my shop during the week and I had to cut a metre for myself. It had to be done, and I decided that I would make my favourite top of the moment, which is the Maven Patterns Somerset tee. And I have this printed off and cut into this top, but I actually had it reprinted again during the week when I got my batch of A0 printing from Plan Printing 24. So I mentioned that in last week's vlog, and I know a lot of people messaged me and said thanks for the heads up on that, and they've had loads printed as well. So I haven't recut it yet, but I had it reprinted just simply so that I can have a look at maybe doing the other sleeve in the future. So I've done version say A, which has a 3/4 length sleeve, but I've actually shortened the sleeve a little bit more because I have a tendency to roll my sleeves up to here. So what I do now is I just cut that length sleeve, and I really love this length sleeve, and I find that I can cut this top out of, I think, 34 inches, so much less than a metre, which is great. So if I get a metre, I can cut a headband out of what's left over, which is great. I actually lengthened this top. I lengthened it about an extra inch this time because I found that I just want that extra little bit of length. And I put my tags here at the front, just so I know the front from the back. Because I think these tags are so nice, they shouldn't be hidden away inside. So I pop them here when I'm using my cover stitch machine. So it was great to actually use my cover stitch machine again this week, because I haven't used it for a while because I've been doing all my dresses, so I've been doing all my wovens. So yeah, it was lovely. I have to say the cover stitch machine was my best buy this year. I love it, and I just love the finish it gives. And I made another two of these tops this week as well. I've had this one cut out and folded up over here for so long. It's been there in the last couple of vlogs. And it's this lovely blue cotton jersey, which I have in my shop as well, and I really, really like it. It's a bit creased now. I've put a tag there on the front as well. This one wasn't as successful. It went a little bit crooked, because I just pop it under the foot when the cover stitch machine is doing the hem. So that one went slightly crooked, but that's okay. I'm just learning. And this one is the normal length. And when I tried this one on, I just thought, yeah, I'm actually glad I added the extra inch to this one. So that's going to be a lovely addition. Yeah, really like that. That'll be lovely with jeans and a cardi. And then I got this other lovely jersey into the shop during the week as well, and I had to cut a metre off for myself as well. And it's this lovely cotton jersey as well. And again, there's a tag on this one, or a label I suppose I should call it, and it's just there at the front, and that's the "you can't buy this." So this is an ex-designer fabric, no idea the designer, but I love the colours. So my colours and my prints and patterns are starting to become a little bit more cohesive in my wardrobe, which is great. And I did notice during the week when I cut off my pieces ready for the washing machine that they were all lovely and coordinated, which was great. So I'm in the process of going through my wardrobe now, and I suppose kind of taking out more of the ready-to-wear clothes that are gone, just, you know, they're just ready to be passed on to the charity shop, or if I could just think of some way to sort of upcycle them, I suppose. I'm finding that my wardrobe is definitely 90% me made at this stage. I bought a pair of jeans during the week and I really love them. They're just so comfortable. So I've managed, of course, to put on some weight during lockdown, so I just don't want to make jeans for myself at the moment until I just get rid of it, and I will get rid of it. But these jeans are just absolutely gorgeous, and I did notice on the Quilt Yarn Stitch stories during the week that they've got some stretch denims in, and I love a good stretch denim. So I think I'm going to go over to the lovely shop in Tuam during the week, because there's a few bits and pieces that I need, and I might have a little look at the stretch denims possibly to make some for myself. So yeah, so really happy with these. Just some nice basic tops that are lovely at the moment, where you just don't know what the day is going to bring. So it could be, today is an absolutely gorgeous day, but yesterday was very cold. So yeah, I love the length of these sleeves, that I can get these on underneath the cardigan if it gets a bit chilly, or just wear as is today, which is great. So I want to draw attention to the way that I store my patterns, because I know a few people have actually asked me that as well. So this is my Somerset tee, and I store them in these plastic envelopes that I buy in my local Eason's. So I was in Eason's last weekend and I bought a load of these because, of course, I got all my printing done and I had a lot of these to just store. So I did a little clear out of my patterns during the week. I didn't throw any out. I just rearranged them and had a look and printed out some covers for some of them. So in our local Eason's, we can get, I think it's 10 in a packet, and it's only $3.99. So they're really good value. And they have the fastener there just to close them. And I tend to print out I don't tend to print out the instructions for the patterns, but I do print out, say, the line drawings, so that it's very easy for me to figure out what pattern I have in them. So yeah, that's one. And then there's another one that I've bought recently, well, not that recently, and it's got like a little folded side on it. So this one opens out quite large. And this one has a spot here to put the description of what's in it. So yeah, they come in all shapes and sizes, but I'm buying these because they're just so economical. So yeah, it was great to actually do a good tidy up, and I've put some more patterns now into a folder on my computer to have printed as well. So yeah, that's what I made this week. And I also got in two, I think they're Jacquard jerseys. I got these two into the shop as well during the week and cut some for myself because why not? So I cut this lovely cable Jacquard jersey. I'll put links for all of these in the description box below, and if you click on them then you can see all the composition. This one, I'm not quite sure of the composition, but I know there's a lot of spandex in it, and it smells absolutely gorgeous. I got a new washing powder during the week. Well, I use the capsules, and it's bold something orchid, and it is, oh my god, it's actually divine. I had a lovely smell here in my sewing room during the week as I was sewing, because I was ironing, and it was just absolutely gorgeous. So I think it's a new fragrance. So yeah, it smells gorgeous. So what I'm going to make with this is the Sinclair Patterns, the Harper cardigan. So I made two of them last year in different cable knits. I made a black, which is the same fabric as this, but I got it from Anne-Marie in the Crafty Studio, and I wore that an absolute ton. And then I made a bright yellow one, which I have here actually, and I got that fabric from Lamazi Fabrics, and I was amazed at how much use I got out of that yellow cardigan. So I'm just going to grab it. So it's a lovely bright yellow colour, and I got it because I had bought a beautiful viscose twill from them to make a dress, and I thought this is just going to be gorgeous with the dress. And then I just wore this so much. It just goes with everything. It goes beautifully with this cardigan now as well. And or this top, sorry. And it goes beautifully with this one as well. So it's not a colour that I thought would be so versatile, but it really, really is. It's amazing. So when I was, looking for cardigans to wear last winter, last autumn, I did feel the need for this kind of colour, because I actually think this is quite a nice colour on me. And I never found it anywhere, so yeah, I'm going to make the Harper cardigan out of this because I really, really like it. And I got this other Jacquard jersey as well. And this is like I got this one out of curiosity because it's like an animal print. And it's really, really nice. It's got a lovely weight and it's got a lovely drape to it. It's really nice. And it's got a good stretch in both directions. So I got a few lovely jerseys, or I suppose French terries, last year for making cardigans. And I found that they didn't have a lot of stretch widthwise, which I thought was a bit strange. And they were the sort of fabrics that had to be cut out in a direction. So then I found, of course, that the sleeve actually felt just a little bit tight over, if you wore it over a t-shirt or that. And I also found that when it came to, say, around the waist area, it was just a little bit tight as well, but there was lots of stretch this direction. So I was really pleased to find that this has good stretch in both directions. And my plan for this is to make the Pattern Scout Lulu cardigan. So I'm going to make a long cardigan in this, and I'm going to make the short cardigan in this. And here is the Lulu cardigan. So I've made this a few times. So you can see it's an absolutely gorgeous fitting cardigan. So it's got one version there with a band and it's got the other with the little frill. And I've made both, and I have found that it's such a beautifully drafted pattern that it just fits really lovely. And I just love all the details in it. So I love the shaping, I love the shoulder yoke, and it's got a lovely neckline. You have the option to put a zip in the front or buttons. I've used snap fasteners, and that's what I'm going to use on this as well. So I don't have a plastic snap fastener to match this, so I'm hoping I might be able to pick up some of them in Quilt Yarn Stitch as well during the week. If not, I'll use the metal ones. So I'll show you the two versions of the Lulu cardigans I've made. So you might recognise this one. Now I love this, but this is definitely one where I feel there's just not enough stretch across. And when it comes to the band down here, it doesn't really close very well. So yeah, it's definitely more of a leave open cardigan. But I love the fabric in this. And then I also made this version with the little peplum frill on the bottom of it. So at least on this one you can see the shaping better. So it's got the lovely shoulder seam here, and it's just a beautifully fitting cardigan. And I love doing all the top stitching, and my snap fasteners were a great addition to this one. And I do love the frill, even though I do find that it curls up. No matter what I seem to do with it, it curls, and that kind of annoys me. But it's a lovely cardigan. I've got loads of wear out of this, and the colour seems to just pop into, it just seems to really add to my wardrobe. It's great. So I'm going to do, I suppose, a combination of the both. I'm going to do this one. Yeah, this one. Exactly that cardigan. And I think with the added stretch to this fabric, it'll just be far more wearable. It'll be just, it'll be more stretchy, and it'll feel that bit better, because this one with the peplum is cut out to the very same size as this one. And even though it has the peplum rather than the band here at the bottom, it just fits so much better, even though they're exactly the same size, but there's proper widthwise stretch in this one that just makes it more comfy. So I think they're going to be a great addition. I'm definitely going to get loads and loads of wear out of those. And I'm going to hopefully film a sew along with this cardigan, because I have been asked for that a few times. It goes lovely with this top as well, doesn't it? And it goes nicely with this one, even though I think this actually goes nicer with this. Yeah, these are going to be a great addition to the wardrobe. And my other make this week then was the McCalls pattern, the Culottes, that was free in the Love Sewing magazine. So I showed this last week, and I showed 2 fabrics that I was thinking about using, and I did get more people suggesting that I use, I think I called it Chinese Whispers, but it's actually Chinese Mystery from Art Gallery Fabrics. But yeah, I filmed the vlog on Sunday, and by Monday it was actually sold out. So I ended up making it in the leaf fabric. So I made version B, which is that one. And the reason I wanted to make that length was, number one, I feel I'm probably just a bit short for the other lengths. And I wanted something that looks like a skirt when it's on, but it's actually the culottes. Because I'm wearing dresses so much lately, and I just love my fringe dresses. Like they're actually on, they're on rotation. I know I keep saying that, but I keep putting them on. And I have 2 more cut out to make. So I think I'll do a video just on all my fringe dresses. I haven't actually filmed any monthly makes videos for the last little while, and that's simply because I've just felt that it might be a bit repetitive after doing my weekly vlogs. So I show everything that I make in this video every week. Yeah, and I just felt maybe they might be too repetitive. But in saying that, then I kind of like looking back at my monthly makes. So I'm definitely going to film an August monthly makes during the week, and I've just so that I can actually see everything that I've made myself as well. And I'm half tempted to film a June and a July makes. So I don't know, what do you think? Is that just a bit odd? Or maybe I should do the August one this week, and then I might do the June one the following week and the July one the following week. I don't know, what do you think? I would just like to have them maybe filmed as reference to go back on. And I love watching people's monthly makes. I just felt that maybe it was a bit repetitive on my channel. So anyway, let me know in the comments what you think. And I'm going to show you the culottes I made. So here it is. I will pop them on now to show as well. So I made it out of the leaf fabric. And I have to say, when I took out my cardigans, my gold yellow cardigan actually is a lovely match, because around the leaves is like a little coppery colour. And even though it's not very obvious there, when I put the cardigan up to it, it just sort of, I don't know, you might be able to see this, mightn't make sense here, but it just sort of brings it out, as my granny used to say. So I think that will be actually really nice over that. Now, definitely the other cardigan is going to be gorgeous with this. That's going to be really, really nice. Doesn't show up on camera there as well as they match together here, but yeah, they do. So I'm dying to make this. So I'm going to pop it on, but first, before I do that, I really enjoyed making the pattern. I measured up to a size, I was between a 14 and a 16, so I went by the pattern sheet finished measurements. And I actually wanted these to be quite big around the hips so that they would more or less look like a skirt. So I went for the size 14, and I used the guide for the elastic at the back, but I ended up redoing it and just making the elastic that bit tighter. So I actually love the fit. I love the fact that there's a flat waistband at the front, and there's pleats, and they're sewn down a little bit, so it's not terribly bulky at the front. And then there's elastic at the back. So the elastic is done with a couple of channels. So you sew your channels and then you thread your elastic through. So it's really, really nice to make. There's decent pockets in it as well, and it's lovely and swishy. Now, I held up the pattern pieces to me before I cut it out, and I actually thought it was going to end up a little bit short, because I thought just at the moment I'd like it to be, yeah, just kind of mid to below my knee, and it seemed to be hitting above the knee. But when I did my fitting then, it was just far too long. It was just, yeah, it was just far too long. So I'm back up to the normal length. So this is basically exactly a size 14, apart from the fact that I pulled in the elastic at the back because the waist was just far too big. So I'll pop it on so that you can see it. Now, so here they are. So you can see here at the front, there's the flat waistband, and then the pleats are sewn down to here. So I think it's really nice and flattering here at the front. It's got lovely pockets. There's loads of width. And this fabric is just lovely. It's just absolutely perfect. Just falls really nicely. And then at the back, there's the elastic. And it just comes to the middle of my knee. So I think it looks very, very skirt-like, which is exactly what I wanted. And I think it's lovely now for this weather. This is just a ready-made t-shirt that I have, which I think is really nice with it. Yeah, and I must say, I really, really like them because I'm loving wearing dresses at the moment. But I'm finding when I go into town, say when I'm going to the post office, going to the shops, we've had very strange weather at the moment, and I've had a few near misses with the wind, so I'm constantly like grasping at my skirt to, you know, so that it doesn't get blown up. So I think these are just, yeah, these are just perfect. Love it. Now I think maybe I could have gone just a little bit tighter on the elastic as well, but anyway, that's fine. Yeah, fine for now. I think the fabric is just perfect. Really, really like these. So I think there'll be a few more of these now in the wardrobe. And I do think it's going to be lovely with tights for the winter as well. I may have to shorten it up slightly for tights, I sort of feel. So I think what I'll probably do is, if I do have to shorten it up for tights, I'll just turn up a hem and sew it and just leave it there so that I can let them down maybe for the summer. Because I find just with my height, if I'm wearing tights, I just need my skirts to be a little bit shorter, and that just elongates my legs a little. But when I'm not wearing tights, I don't like them to be, I just don't like them to be too short. So I think that's what I'll do, because I have loads of dresses in my wardrobe and I'm just not wearing them during the summer, just because I'm just finding them a little bit short. So if I do that, I'll have the best of both worlds. So that was my tops. That was my culottes I made. So pleased with this fabric, and they would have been super out of the art gallery fabric, but yeah, that was sold. So I hope for those who have bought the art gallery fabric that if and when you make something from it, won't you please tag me so that I see it, because I love when people receive their orders and they tag me on Instagram. It's just, yeah, it's lovely to see, you know, it's just lovely to see the deliveries arriving. And I just thought before I end this week's vlog, I'll just show you 2 more art gallery fabrics that I got in during the week. I've just turned into a massive fan of art gallery fabrics, I have to say. I have some more coming in this week. I think I've just got 4 coming in this week, and 2 of them are a restock of ones that came in the first delivery, and they just shot out. They were just amazing. So these are 2 beautiful fabrics. Now I'm loving this one because, again, it's in the colours that I seem to be gravitating towards for autumn. So this is absolutely beautiful. It's got the most amazing colours in it. I love the teal background. It's very greeny and it's got amazing pops of colour in it. And again, gorgeous with this yellow cardigan as well. So there may be a piece of this cut off for me as well. Again, wouldn't it make the most glorious fringe and Myosotis mashup? Beautiful, love the colours. And then this other one, which I really, really like. I love blues as well. Just love blues. Love something that just you can pop on with a pair of jeans and you feel that little bit kind of coordinated and dressed up. So I love this one. I will pop the names of them on the screen when I'm doing my editing, and I will link them below anyway in the description box. So this has a gorgeous indigo navy background with little branchlets, I think it is called branchlets, and little different colour greys, and then there's the little pop of coral and orange. Oh, just, yeah, love this one. Was very tempted when this came in to straight away cut off 1.5 meters for another French dress. I think this would be absolutely gorgeous. And if I had a little orange cardi, this would be just beautiful. I really love it. Now it's not working in all my colours that I've picked at the moment, but yeah, really, really like that. So that was my week. I hope I've covered everything. I made a little pouch for my daughter during the week as well for her hand sanitizer going back to school, and that's in the previous video. So if you fancy making one, it was a real, it was one of those things I just decided to make and just decided to video. So yeah, I thought it was my invention. I thought this was a great idea to make, and then I showed her the pouch when I had made it, and she said, "Oh yeah, I've seen loads of those. Yeah, I've seen loads of those on like TikTok and Pinterest and that." And I thought, oh, here's me thinking that this was an amazing idea that I had. So she did say that she had seen another version where the lid pops out of the bottom of the pouch, so you don't actually have to uncover it. But we both agreed that if she had that there's a good possibility, and I would be the very same, where we wouldn't put the lid on properly and we'd end up then sanitizing the school. So we decided against that. Actually, the more I look at this on me, the more I think it's a really nice colour. Yeah, you may see this in next week's vlog. So as ever, thanks ever so much for watching, and thank you for all the comments. I love chatting below. Let me know what you think about doing the sum up of my June and July makes. I do feel a bit odd kind of videoing them and adding them in now when it's at the end of August, but yeah, this is sort of the way I roll. I kind of think as I go on during the months, I go, no, I can't do that, because that's just, I don't want to be very repetitive and stuff. And then about a month later I go, oh, but I would have liked to have seen that myself actually. So maybe other people would like to see it. But anyway, I won't gabble on too much. My video's gone on for long enough. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video.